When you hear the phrase generational talent, you think of players who dominate in there with such elite skill and ability that their counterparts can't help but acknowledge the talent supremacy. A player so unequivocally good, they changed the entire trajectory of a franchise day one. KD, Giannis, Curry, Kawhi, Tim Duncan, all fall underneath that category. And then there's Victor Wembanyama. Imagine this. A 7'3 prospect with the driving and finishing ability of Giannis and the court vision and shooting ability of KD. Yeah. To put things into perspective, this is 7'1" first-round pick Chet Holmgren, and this is the 18-year-old Frenchman NBA teams are already clearing the entrance for. Victor Wembanyama to me is the icing on the cake to the athletic freaks we've seen enter the league recently, like Ja, Zion, or Mobley. Looking at Mobley last year specifically, coming into the league, he was defined by elite defense and back from the basket scoring ability. A KD, a Giannis, Rudy with the jump shot. If the phrase stretch 5 had a face to it, it would be this guy, Evan Mobley. But Victor Wembanyama, he's something we haven't quite seen yet. He's instinctive, he's creative, and rather than just catching the ball and shooting like Mobley, he's so agile if he wants, he'll just dribble right by you and finish with either hand. When I sit down and watch Victor Wembanyama, I can't really make a clear-cut comparison because there's literally no one in the history of the game like him. The ability to catch the ball in the post, turn around, step back and one, creative shot making, the guard-like speed and quickness to block shots at the three-point line, the absurd ability to catch the ball at the three-point line and then get to the basket in one bounce. I mean, it's pretty scary what this guy could become. There were a few plays this past season that definitely turned some scouts' heads and all but confirmed him to be the consensus #1 pick. Victor Wembanyama gets switched onto a guard and he's on an island by himself at the top of the key. The guard pulls the ball out a bit further to give the notion he's going to drive to the basket, but he hits Victor Wembanyama with a momentum-shifting step back. And against 99% of all other centers in the world, this would be an ankle breaker, but Victor Wembanyama isn't in that 99%. He flips his hips to the basket just a little to give the guard enough space to attempt the shot, then immediately jumps and swats the ball. But what's most important to watch here is how he shrinks his body and keeps his lead foot pointed to the guard at all times, almost like a loaded spring ready to uncoil at any moment. This play is what Victor Wembanyama brings every game, the tenacity, the ferociousness, speed, the whole nine. And that's just on the defensive side. Here we see Victor Wembanyama in the corner positioning himself to shoot a spot-up three, but the smaller guard is quick in closing him out. Most players if put in this position would pass the ball back out to the point guard, but not Victor Wembanyama. He has no intentions of shooting the basketball at all. He gives the defender a quick ball fake and immediately puts his head down and drives to the basket, finishing over two defenders with one dribble. The skill and tenacity it takes to do that, to still be that fresh late in the fourth quarter, that by itself is remarkably rare. This guy is a 7'3" freak of nature. There really isn't a negative in his game. There isn't a thing on the court he can't do. He's got insanely great footwork down low and can see over defenders. He has amazing defensive techniques and can see plays before they develop just on instinct. He has the vision and ball handling of a guard, allowing him to get around any defender in a number of ways. Oh yeah, and if all else fails, he'll just rise up and shoot over you. And for the last 2 years of watching Victor Wembanyama play basketball, I've always sat back and asked myself, when and how my favorite basketball team can get him, because we've never seen anything like this, ever. This could be the most absurd prospect that I've ever seen from any decade. This is the highest level I've ever seen any 7-footer play. Sure, Jordan might have the rings and LeBron might have the stats, but by the time his career is said and done, I think he'll be in a tier above all else. Victor Wembanyama isn't just a generational talent, he's a once-in-a-lifetime player,